Okay, let's start these practice questions. Question number 1, easy question. Suppose you have 2000 and plan to purchase a 3-year certificate of deposit CD that pays 4% interest compounded annually. How much will you have when the CD matures? So very simple question. There is a lump sum amount and we have to find out the future value of this lump sum payment. The lump sum payment is 2000 that you want to invest for 3 years and at a rate of 4% interest. You want to find out the future value. Simple question. We want to find out the future value. So the formula is future value is equal to present value 1 plus I raised to the power n. Now the present value lump sum amount which we are investing is 2000. The rate of interest is 4%, so 0.04, and the number of years is 3. So this 2000 that we are investing at 4% rate of interest, the value of that after 3 years will be
249.73.
2249.73. Okay, so if it is a lump sum investment, then we can simply use the formula for future value and we can find out the value that we will have after the given period, time period. Okay, second question, reciprocal of this, present value of a lump sum. Suppose a US government bond promises to pay 2249.73 3 years from now. So that is a future value. You will get this amount after 3 years. If the going interest rate on 3-year government bonds is 6%, how much is the bond worth today? So basically the future value is given, the rate of interest is given, the time period is given, so you need to find out the present value. Question number 2 is about present value. This present value is equal to future value divided by 1 plus I raised to the power n. Now the future value is given, which is 2249.73. The rate of interest is 6%, so 0.06, and n is 3 years. So if you solve it, the answer 1888.92. Okay, so these two were pretty easy questions. Question number 3. Question number 3 is about future value of an ordinary annuity. The formula for calculating future value of ordinary annuity PMT, which is the payment of annuity, 1 plus I is for n minus 1 divided by I. So we can find out the future value of an ordinary annuity using this formula. Now the question is, you want to buy a condo 5 years from now and you plan to save 3000 per year. 3000 per year means it is a annuity. Beginning 1 year from today. Beginning 1 year from today means it is ordinary annuity. So the payment will start after 1 year. So this shows that it is going to be an ordinary annuity. You will deposit the money in an account that pays 6% interest. The rate of interest is 6%. How much will you have just after you make the 5th deposit 5 years from now? So you want to find out the future value of annuity in this case. The payment that you are making is 3,000 per month, per year. The rate of interest is 6%. You want to find out the value after 5 years, so n is 5. 0.06. So when we solve this equation, we get the answer
16911.28.
16911.28. So that is 16,911.28 is going to be the future value of ordinary annuity. Now, question number 4 is about future value of annuity due. Question number 4, future value of an annuity due. Okay, the data is the same. You want to buy a condo 5 years from now and you plan to save 3,000 per year beginning immediately. Immediately shows here that it is going to be an annuity due because the payment is starting at the start. You will make 5 deposits and an account that pays 6% interest. Rate of interest is the same. Under these assumption, how much will you have 5 years from today? So simply what we can do, since the data is the same, everything is the same, and we have already calculated the future value of ordinary annuity, we just multiply this by 1 plus I, so we'll get the value of future value of annuity due is equal to future value of annuity is equal to future value of annuity ordinary annuity multiplied by 1 plus I. So we have already calculated 16911.28 multiplied by 1.06. So future value of ordinary annuity multiplied by 1. The answer is going to be 17,925.06. 0.96. So future value of annuity due we can calculate by using the formula for future value of ordinary annuity, multiply it with 1 plus I. Question number 5. Now question number 5 deals with the present value. Question number 5 is present value of an ordinary annuity. Present value of an ordinary annuity. You have a chance to buy an annuity that pays 1,000 at the end of each year for 5 years. So you are getting 1,000 at the end of each year for 5 years, which shows this is an annuity. You could earn 6% on your money in other investments with equal risk. So the rate of return or the rate of interest is going to be 6%. What is the most you should pay for the annuity? So you basically are interested in finding out the present value of ordinary annuity. So present value of ordinary annuity we can find out by using the formula. Payment is the amount of annuity, 1 minus 1 divided by 1 plus I is to the power n divided by I. In this case the annuity payment is 1000. Rate of interest is 6%, so 1.06, and number of years is 5. So when we solve this equation, the answer is 4212.36. So the future value of ordinary annuity is going to be 4212 present value of ordinary annuity is going to be 4212.36. Okay, question number 6. Your father is about to retire and he wants to buy an annuity that will provide him with $50,000 of income per year for 20 years, beginning a year from today. Beginning a year from today means it is an ordinary annuity. The going rate on such annuities is 6%. Again, the rate of interest is going to be 6%. How much would it cost him to buy such an annuity today? So again, what we are interested in, we want to find out the present value of ordinary annuity. So same formula we can use. Question number 6. Present value of ordinary annuity, 1 minus 1. Same formula that we used for question number 5. The only difference here is that we have a different annuity payment, which is 50,000 per year rate for next 20 years. So N is going to be 20. Rate of interest is going to be the same, which is 6%. So solving this equation, we get the answer 573,496.06. So the present value of annuity in this case is going to be 573,496.06. Now question number 7 is the same question. The only difference is in question number 7 it is going to be annuity due. Your father is about to retire and he wants to buy an annuity that will provide him with $50,000 of income a year for 20 years. So 20 years, for next 20 years, this is the amount of income that will be there, with the first payment coming immediately. So first payment coming immediately indicate it is going to be present value of annuity due. The going rate on such annuities is 6%. How much would it cost him to buy the annuity today? So question number 7 is about present value of annuity due. So we can find out the present value of annuity due by using the same formula that we used for finding the present value of ordinary annuity. We have to multiply it with 1 plus I. Since the data is the same and all other things are the same, so present value of annuity due, present value of ordinary annuity we have already calculated in question number 6, which is 5,73,496.06, and we have to multiply with 1.06. So the answer would be 607,905.82. 607,905.82 is the present value of annuity due. Okay, question number 8. In this case, question number 8, your father has $500,000 and wants to retire. So that is the money that is available. He expects to live for another 20 years and to be able to earn 8% on his invested funds. So that is what is the expected data, that for next 20 years he is going to be there and he'll be able to earn at least 8% return on this amount. How much could he withdraw at the end of each of the next 20 years and end up with zero in the account? How much could he withdraw at the end of each of the next 20 years? Each of the next 20 years end. So it means that we are looking into annuity, which is ordinary annuity, and we want to find out the payment. So PMT is missing. But what we have is 500,000, which is present value. Right now, the amount which is available is 500,000. So present value is there, and we are interested in finding out the value of annuity. So we can use the formula for present value of ordinary annuity here. Question number 8. We want to find out the amount of annuity that we'll be getting. So basically, we want to find out PMT using the formula for ordinary annuity. We have the value of present value of annuity, which is 500,000. The amount of annuity we want to find out. Rate of interest is 8% and number of years is 20. So once we solve this equation, the amount of annuity that can be obtained in this case is 50,926.1. So this is the amount of annuity that can be obtained by investing 500,000 today at the rate of 8% interest. Okay, next question, question number 9. The data is the same. The only difference is this question is of annuity due. Why? Because the payment is starting at the start. Your father has $500,000 and wants to retire. He expects to live for another 20 years and he also expects to earn 8% on his invested funds. How much could he withdraw at the beginning of each of the next 20 years? So beginning of each of the next 20 years means it is going to be annuity due and end up with zero balance. So again, what we are interested in, we want to find out the payment of annuity once the payment is obtained at the start of the period. So it is an ordinary annuity due. The problem belongs to the category of annuity due. We can find out the present value of annuity due by multiplying the present value of ordinary annuity with 1 plus I. Now we have 500,000. We want to find out PMT. So by solving the equation, the amount of annuity is going to be 10.60, 47,169.81. So the amount of annuity that we'll be getting in this case is 47,169.81. So question number 10 is about present value of an uneven cash flow stream. So far what we have looked into is annuities. The annuities are where we have equal amount of payment after equal interval. What if the situation is that we are getting a different amount of return after every period? So in that case, that is the situation which is categorized as uneven cash flow. So in this question number 10, it is mentioned at a rate of 8%. Rate of 8% means this is the rate of interest. What is the present value of the following cash flow stream? So what is the cash flow stream? You are going to get $0 at time 0, then $100 at the end of year 1, $300 at the end of year 2, again $0 at the end of year 3, and $500 at the end of year 4. So if there is uneven cash flow, then ideally we can solve it by first word we need to draw a timeline to find out what's going on there. So uneven cash flow stream. In case of uneven cash flow, it's useful to draw a timeline. Now in this case we have 4 years. So the years are indicated on the top of these ticks. So 4 years are there. The rate of interest is 8%, and the cash flow that we are getting, $0 at time 0, $100 at time 1, $300 at time 2, $0 at time 3, and $500 at time 4. So this is the timeline. This shows that what are the cash flows. Now what we are interested in is we want to find out the present value. So the present value would be sum of these individual cash flows. Now the $100 that we are getting at the end of year 1, what would be the present value of that? So we can find out the present value by using the formula. Present value is equal to future value 1 plus I raised to power n. We are getting $100 at the rate of interest is 8%, and we are getting it after 1 year. So n is going to be 1. So the present value of this $100 is going to be 92.59. So that is going to be 92.59. The present value of $100 that we are going to get at the end of year 1 is going to be $92.59. The present value of $300 that we are going to get at the end of year 2. So same formula we can use. Present value of $300 that we are going to get at the end of year 2. So this comes to 257.20. 257.20. The present value of $0 that we are going to get after year 3 is going to be remain 0, and the present value of 500 that we are going to get at the end of year 4, $500 we are going to get at the end of year 4, it's going to be 367.51. 367.51. So we add it. We have to add all of them together, all these cash flows together, to find out the present value, which comes to 717.30. 717.30. That is going to be the present value of this uneven cash flow stream. So whenever there is a problem that involves uneven cash flow, ideally what you need to do is just find out the individual values, individual present values, and add them up together. Okay, next question is about future value of uneven cash flow stream. So same data is there. The same data is there, but we need to find out the future value, not the present value. Question number 11. Same data is there, that there is this cash flow stream in which we are getting $100 after 1 year, $0 at time 0, $100 at time 1, $300 at time 2, $0 at time 3, and $500 at time 4. Now what we are interested in finding out the future value. So in order to find out the future value, we have to calculate the individual future values of these cash flows. The $500 that we are going to get at the end of year 4, the future value of that is going to remain 500. It is not going to change because there is no interest that we are going to earn on it. This $0 will remain 0. Now the future value of this 300 that we are going to get at the end of year 2, this 300 that we are getting at the end of year 2, we are going to earn interest for 2 years. We can earn interest of 2 years, 1 and 2 years. So future value of this 300 that we are going to get at the end of year 2 is going to be 1.08 raised to power 2. So this comes to $350. So this 350 is the future value of 300 that we are going to get at the end of year 2. Now $100 that we are going to get at the end of year 1. On this $100 we are going to earn interest for 1, 2 and 3 years. So future value of $100 is going to be $126. Now adding up all these cash flows, the future value comes to $976. Okay, so if it is a present value of uneven cash flow stream, then we add up individual present values of each cash flow. If it is future value of uneven cash flow, then we add up the individual future value of each cash flow to get the amount. Okay, now another concept that we covered was amortized loans. Amortized loans are those in which you repay the loan in installment, and each installment contain the principal amount of loan as well as it contain the amount of interest. So now this question number 12 is about this loan amortization. Suppose you borrowed $25,000, that is the amount of loan, at a rate of 8%. Now the rate of interest is 8%, and must repay it in 4 equal installments at the end of each of the next 4 years. So this $25,000 you have to repay in 4 installments, and each installment is to be paid at the end of the year. How large would your payments be? So you are interested in finding out how much annual installment you should pay to completely pay off this loan of 25,000 plus the 8% interest that you need to pay on it. So if in this question 25,000 could be the present value that you are getting, 25,000 is the loan that you are getting, so 25,000 can be the present value, and you are going to repay the loan in 4 equal installments. 4 equal installments means what?
4.
It's going to be annuity. 4 equal installments, it's going to be annuity. And since the payment is to be made at the end of the year, it's going to be ordinary annuity. So you have the present value and you want to find out the value of annuity. So you can use the formula for present value of annuity here. Question number 12. So using the formula of present value of annuity, present value of ordinary annuity, we can find out the annual installment, which in this case is going to be PMT. PMT is your annual installment that you need to pay, and just solve this equation to find out this PMT. Rest everything is mentioned, everything is given. We have a loan of 25,000, which is our present value, 25,000. We want to find out this annual payment, and rest everything is given. I in this case is 8%, so 1.08, and N is 4. You want to repay in 4 installments. Now solving for PMT, we get 25,000 divided by 3.31. So the annual installment that you need to pay is going to be 7,548.02. So if you pay 4 installments of 7,548.02 at the end of next 4 years, so this loan 25,000 plus 8% interest will be completely paid off. नहीं, टेबल उसके बाद बनेगा ना. Now you can make a table. If you want to make a table, the table will only show you that each installment, this is the installment that you are going to pay. Each installment, now out of this 7,548, what is the amount of loan and what is the amount of interest? So the table will show you that you are paying this amount, but how much of it is going towards this principal amount, which is 25,000, and how much of it is the interest that you are paying towards this amount. Software, it can be made. Yes, it can be easily made in Excel. Excel में आप बना सकते हैं. Okay, next is a little hard question. So far we have covered some medium, some the beginning was easy. Now this one, question number 13, is little hard question. First read the question. Your sister turned 30 today and she is planning to save 3,000 per year for retirement. 3,000 per year for retirement. So this 3,000 is going to be annuity. With the first deposit to be made 1 year from today, ordinary annuity. She will invest in a mutual fund which she expects to provide a return of 10% per year. So rate of return or rate of interest is going to be 10%. She plans to retire 35 years from today when she turns 65, and she expects to live for 30 years after retirement to age 95. Under these assumptions, how much can she spend in each year after she retires? Okay, so her first withdrawal will be made at the end of her first retirement year. So you can divide this question into two parts. The first part is how much she will have at the time of retirement. What is the amount of money that she will have at the time of retirement, because she is saving 3,000 per year and she will be saving for 35 years. So future value of that, what would be there. And once you have calculated that, based on that you can find out that how much she can have for next 30 years, how much she can withdraw per year for next 30 years. So two parts. Part one is how much she will have at the time of retirement. So 3,000 per year she will be saving for 35 years. So you are interested in finding out the future value of annuity, ordinary annuity. Question number 13. So future value of ordinary annuity. So the amount of savings per year is going to be 3,000. Rate of interest is going to be 10%. So it is going to be 0.10. And number of years 35. So once you solve it, the amount that she can have after 35 years comes to 813,073. So this is the amount that she will have once she retires at the age of 65. Now the second part says that she plans to retire 35 years from today when she turns 65, and she expects to live for 30 years after retirement to age 95. So now 30 more years she is expecting to live. She is interested in knowing that what will be the amount she can withdraw at the end of each year. So again, this amount will be the amount she will have at the time of retirement. So she is expecting to live 30 more years. So this amount you can take as present value. She will have this. So this is a present value, and you want to find out the amount of annuity. So you can use the formula for present value of annuity. Present value of ordinary annuity. And you want to find out this PMD, what amount she will be getting at the end of each year for next 30 years. Okay, so we have this present value 813,073. We are interested in finding out this PMT, and the rest of the data is given. The rate of interest is 10%. Years are going to be 30 here. So once we solve it for PMT, 813,073 divided by 9.4269. So she can earn 86,250. 86,250. So this is the amount she can withdraw at the end of each year after retirement for next 30 years. Okay, question number 14. This is going to be a hard question. After graduation, you plan to work for mega corporation for 10 years and then start your own business. You expect to save 5,000 a year for the first 5 years and 10,000 annually for the following 5 years, with the first deposit being made a year from today. So there are going to be two different annuities. One is 5,000 per year, the other is 10,000 per year. The first 10,000 deposit will be deposited at the end of year 5. In addition, your grandfather just gave you $20,000 graduation gift, which you will deposit immediately. If the account earns 8% compounded annually, how much will you have when you start your business 10 years from now? So basically there are three streams of incomes going on. One is this annuity of 5,000 per year for 5 years. Then once it is over, there is going to be annuity for 10,000 per year for next 5 years. These are the two different streams. And then there is another one, which is this 20,000 graduation gift, how much it will be after 10 years. Now let's solve this problem.
The first one, 5,000 per year, when he does for 5 years, and then he stops over there.
Right.
Does he reinvest that money somewhere else?
No, this will be invested.
But it is not clear over there.
It will be this. This 5,000
For the first 5 years.
Okay. This 5,000 per year for the first 5 years is annuity. Whatever amount will be gathered, it will stay in the bank. So he is not withdrawing that amount. So it means
we are getting interest on that.
that also, yes. That,
so it will be not 3, it will be 4.
yeah, if you divide it into 2, it can be 4, right? So let's see question number 14. So there are different streams of income going on. Question number 14. Let's start with the most simple one. The most simple one is this 20,000 that he's going to get as a graduation gift. So how much this 20,000 will be after 10 years. So future value of this gift that he's going to get, what will be the future value of that? So the gift is $20,000, rate of interest is 8%, and after 10 years this is going to be 43,178. So this is one amount that he is going to have, because he is going to deposit this 20,000 and the rate of interest is 8%, and after 10 years it will grow to 43,178. Now let's move on to the annuity, which is 5,000 for first 5 years. So future value of ordinary annuity, because he is saving 5,000 at the end of each year, 5,000 at the end of each year, rate of interest is 8%, N is 5. So this annuity of 5,000 is going to grow to, after 5 years it is going to be 29,333. Now he is not withdrawing this amount. This saving that he has done for 5 years, he is not withdrawing that amount. He is holding it in the bank account. So after 10 years means 5 years more, this amount will remain in the account. So what will be the value of it? So future value of this 29,333 after 5 years, because the total time period is 10 years, so 5 years is for this annuity that we calculated, and remaining 5 years this amount is going to stay in the account. So this is going to grow to 43,100. So that is the first annuity of 5,000. That is what is going to happen with that. Now the Another annuity that is mentioned is 10,000 annually he is going to save for next 5 years. So what we are interested in finding out the future value of that annuity. Again, it is an ordinary annuity and the amount he is saving is 10,000 per year. So after 5 years, this amount is going to grow to 58,666. So now we have these three different amounts that we have calculated, adding them up together, 1 plus 2 plus 3, which is 43,178 plus 43,100 plus 58,666. So adding up all these three together, we get the amount which is 144,944. So this is the amount that he is going to get, or he is going to. 29,333. This 29,333 is further. It is compounded, or it is further kept in the account. So this amount has grown to 43,100.
So this is 45 years for the next 5 years.
For the next 5 years, yes. For first 5 years, he saved this much and kept it in the account. So this amount grew to 43,100 in 10 years. Okay. Aakhri question hai. Last question. But last question is a little challenging in a sense that it is a loan amortization question, but the problem in this question, let me read this question and then see if you can figure out the problem. Your company has just taken out a 1-year installment loan for 100,000. 1 year installment loan for 100,000. So this amount is going to be repaid. Monthly payment on the loan will be 8,978. So you don't need to calculate the monthly payment. He has already mentioned this 8,978 you have to pay in 12 installments. So that will wipe off the loan plus your interest. What percentage of the third monthly payment will go toward the repayment of principal? So basically we have to make a amortization table. So amortization table is not a problem. The problem is the rate of interest is not given. So first you have to find out the rate of interest. So let's see if you can find out the rate of interest. Question number 15. We have to make an amortization table. The data is given. The loan is 100,000. The monthly installment is 8,978. We have to make a table which shows the first 3 installments. But for making that table, we need to find out the rate of interest, which is not mentioned here. So we know that we have this present value of annuity because the loan is present value of ordinary annuity. Now in this case, the formula is there. So present value of annuity loan is 100,000. PMD is given 8,978. Okay, what will be N?
1.
No, it's going to be monthly installment, and you have to pay in 12. It should be 12. N is 12. The I should be divided by 12, but here it is not given. So whatever the value of I will be there, it will be. We don't have to divide it by 12 here. Okay. Now it is up to you to find out. Ji. Use your mathematical skills.